Hey, I'm sick as shit right now, probably got COVID, but Eternals is a good movie, I think. It's basically about these space janitors that go planet to planet killing all these deviants. And no, I don't mean 4chaners or Reddit mods, though that'd be a far funnier concept, admittedly. No, instead, deviants are these Cloverfield monsters that eat people. The movie starts off in present day, and the space janitors did it. They saved Earth. Now, I'll be honest with you, I do kind of forget the rest of the plot, so I'll do my best here. The deviants return one day and wreak havoc across London, so our main characters, Cecil, Homelander, and Monster Girl have to get the band back together. The Eternals. Except Salma Hayek is yeeted off screen, which kind of sucks.
No. No!
She deserves better. There's also like a weird romance thing between Homelander, Monster Girl, and Cecil, and Jonathan Snow for some fucked reason. And it may sound like I'm rushing through the plot or coming off as not liking it. Not true. I'll tell you right now. The movie's too long and kinda stumbles, but it offers some interesting ideas, and I kinda like it. So the movie plays out like a standard get the band back together. We're introduced to each of the characters and we get snippets of the past and basically how the Eternals raised humanity. And sometimes it gets slightly existential, or at least in my mind it does, which I quite like. The characters are kind of interesting. I'll put it this way, if there's 10 Eternals by my count, 7 of them are pretty cool, and 2 of them are the most interesting ones, and they get yeeted pretty quick. By the way, spoilers from here on out. The characters don't go past the surface level, except Monster Girl, but me just saying her name like that spoils her arc. And admittedly, she's one of the weaker characters. She does have one good moment, which is her getting hit with a rock. And I'm not kidding, that shit had me dying. So it turns out the big cosmic Jesus they serve actually created them. Who would have thunk? They don't actually have a home, and they just kill planets to make celestials. Space Jesus also created their deviants that they kill, and this can lead to some characters questioning why even bother, which is fucking existential and cool as shit. Now we get to the big twist of the movie. It turns out Salma Hayek was killed by Homelander, and he also helped create the film's throwaway villain, the Apex Deviant. This is a deviant that's been chasing them through the whole movie and can suck so good that he takes their powers. Anyway, they meet up with the rest of the squad and they do a plan, but Homelander says, no, you can't plan. This is our job. We have to do this. This obviously causes some tension between him and Cecil since they totally fucked. Gilgamesh is also murdered along the way, which actually sucks. He was one of my favorite characters in the movie. Man, this franchise lost 2 of its best characters in its first movie. This blows.
I'm upset!
Anyway, the Eternals duke it out with Homelander, and he eventually gives in and stops because he's a bitch. And now we get to the reason I wanted to make this review in the first place. When the movie's starting to calm down, you know, everyone's coming in for hugs, talking and blah blah blah, we're a family. I literally said while mocking Homelander, and now I fly into the sun like a bitch. And it actually happened. It actually fucking happened, and that made me laugh so hard. This movie's so good, it's decent. Would Icarus into the sun out of 10.
Mission complete!